several times that this cannot go over 5 minutes, and with due process being out the window and all, I better stick to that 5 minutes. So as Liz Taylor told her seventh husband, I won't keep you long. I have a lot of fond memories of this group of seniors, and it has been a pleasure to be around them. But I have a lot of memories that I would like to share. There's quite a few. My first one is my first year here. I'm in the weight room my first day, and Aaron Banning walks in. And Aaron's high-fiving everybody. He's all excited. And as a coach, it is probably the most enjoyable thing in the world to see one of your athletes excited about being there. So I go over to him and I said, Aaron, man, I am glad to see you're here. I'm glad you're excited about being here. And he kind of looks at me puzzled. And then I realize he's not excited to be here. So I look at him and I say, Aaron, so why are you excited? If you're so excited, you're high-fiving everybody, what's so exciting? He goes, I've been working on a puzzle for 2 years. I got it done today. I was like, you're that excited about a puzzle? He said, yeah. On the box it even says for 3 to 4 years. I remember Ashley Missioner would always come to class. She'd always have Ritz crackers every day. It was one of those rituals that she had. Of course, she would always share with me. I appreciated that. Trinity Coots. You could hear Trinity Coots laugh all the way down the hall, and your door could still be shut. Kristen Dunner, she would walk in the classroom and she would have a smile every single day. She would have a smile. And I'll tell you what, it lit up the whole room, and it made the whole day a lot more enjoyable. Micah Noss, every single free minute of class she had, Micah would be complaining about Blaine. Every time. It wasn't just complaining though, she would always say, he could get away with murder because he's so cute and cuddly. Every day. I remember Hayden Burks, his freshman year, he would score touchdowns, and every single time he scored a touchdown, somebody would be called for holding or blocking the back or something, and always get called back, and he could never get that touchdown as a freshman. I remember Shelby Smith. He was the smallest and weakest young man in that weight room. But I saw his work ethic, and I was so proud that he had that work ethic. I talked to him and said, I need you to come out for football. I don't know if you'll ever play it down, but I like your character, and a team needs that. And I'll tell you what, he is not the weakest kid anymore. He's one of the strongest, and he's one of the biggest kids now because of his hard work ethic, and I was very proud of what he did. I remember Casey Conley being saved from a house fire, and he is here today with us because somebody pulled him out of a house fire. And that touched my heart. You are all great. There's so many stories I can't share in 5 minutes. But I'll tell you what, it's one of those things that I look at you and I'm very proud to be a part of it. But never sell yourself short. Never think just because you're from a small town that you can't be something great. There was a lady named Dorothy DeLay. Dorothy DeLay was a violin teacher at Juilliard. Top violin teacher in the entire world. She taught some of the best violinists in the world. Dorothy was from Neodesha. Becky Buckles is a young lady that works for NASA. Nothing goes up to the International Space Station without her knowing about it. No supplies touch that station without her knowing about it. Becky Buckles is from Neodesha. Phil Griffith, most of you know Phil Griffith. He's going to donate a lot of money to every one of you that are going down to college. Phil Griffith was from Neodesha. So keep in your heart that it doesn't matter where you come from, what size town you are in, you can be something great. The only thing you have to do is set goals. Set those goals as high as you possibly can. Do something that's in your heart. Do something you truly want to do. And when you set those goals, set an ending date. Because tomorrow will always be tomorrow. Next week will always be next week. You need to have a deadline. Because deadlines will make you very, very excited, very, very determined to get it done at that point in time. And without that, you won't get there. Kind of reminds me of what the choir sung the other night. It makes me want this for you. The choir sung a song that said, I want to do something that matters. I want that for you. I want you to be able to say, I'm doing something that matters. I want to do something better. And it makes me want just for you to scream, I was there. I want you at the end of the day to be able to say, I was there. Look at what I did. You can do that. Every single one of you. However, once you leave high school, you got to realize the world doesn't care about your self-esteem anymore. It wants you to achieve something before you feel good about yourself. There's going to be weak people out there who say, you can't do that. And it's only because they couldn't do it. Just because they can't do it doesn't mean you can. You can't, because you can. Never say something's impossible, because you know if I hear you say something's impossible, you're probably going to have to do 25 push-ups. I don't like that. The 4-minute mile is once thought impossible. This happens every day now. The speed of sound, we achieve that every day. Once it was thought impossible. The thought of a 100,000-pound piece of metal going across an ocean was thought impossible. Now it carries people. And it used to be thought impossible. Nothing is impossible. The key is you can't be afraid to try something you really want to do. You can't be afraid. Never be afraid of failing. Be afraid of not trying. Not really getting what you want out of life. There are no inspirational movies in the entire world that ever have where somebody just makes it. They always have to go through hard times. So understand you're going to have some hard times. But those great movies, they're going to be some kind of inspiration for somebody else. When you start to make your mark, the world's going to be pretty tough and it's going to crumble around you and you got to hold on, right? But you hold on to that pain, you got to learn to let that pain go. Because if you let it go, well, when you let it go, that doesn't give you a right to sing that song in public. So when you think things are getting tough, make sure you don't complain. Because you know what? You can complain, but you're still going to be there. Or you can work hard, and you can get out of that. Society is weak now because we are too busy worrying about what others think. We're too busy quitting, giving up. Never give up. Never blame others. Never ask for an easier path. Ask for the strength to get through those hard times. And if you do things right, and for the right reasons, nothing will stop you. Thank you.